Hi everyone, I'm Peggy Rometo and this is the Weekly Wake Up. Okay, so let's slow down, take a few deep breaths in and out 3 times and open up and see what's available for us this week. And as always, we're trying to carry this through our week to listen as other people are talking or as we say something. Does that feel true? Does it ring true? Does it feel off? If something's missing, what is it? These are all little conversations you can be having with yourself while you're actually having a conversation with somebody else. So it's a great way to practice your intuition. So let's start this week and see what's available for us. Okay, so there's a lot of things growing, a lot of things multiplying, a lot of things happening in your life. Now, I would imagine that based on your point of view, this could either feel like there's a lot of bad things happening or a lot of good things happening. So you really want to fine-tune your focus this week for always looking at the positive, especially, you know, there's some weeks when it's easy to do that, and there's other weeks when it's much more difficult. This week feels, with the retrograde, things are slower, right? We're still in Mercury retrograde, so things are a little bit slower, but yet you can still feel pressure to get things done. But it's not as intense as other times, right? So there is a lot of energy, and all there is to do is to slow down so you can manage the energy, manage the task at hand. Don't try and get ahead of yourself. Because you'll end up just kind of like, you know, it's like when you're in a hurry and everything kind of gets in a ball and gets all wadded up. So just be aware of what you're doing. Okay, slow down, take it a little bit by a little bit, and you're going to find that the week will get better, things will open up. By the end of the week, it feels much more open and alive and fun. And we actually, at the end of the week, we have a new moon that's really going to support us. So, and that's the end of the retrograde as well. So the next week will be much more fun and free and lighthearted. But this week, you can get a lot done. And even though it feels a little bit like a quieter week, there's some big stuff that's happening, right? So let's dig into that. So you want to take care of yourself. You don't want to overdo it. Be careful that you don't push yourself too hard or that you're in too big of a hurry. That's when kind of accidents happen. So it's really about having awareness of what needs to get done. If you can't get everything done in one day, move it to the next day. You know, a lot of these things feel like very common sense things, but if we're rushing, we're not thinking about, oh, why do I have to get it done today? Get it tomorrow, or what thing can I delegate, or what can I, maybe do a part of. So it's about chunking things down so that they're manageable. All right, so let's see if there's anything that we need to be aware of for the week. There's something off in the distance that some of you may be worrying about. It could be a health issue. It could be a surgery. It could be a court case. It could be, it's just this thing sort of hanging over your head, a work project that you need to get done. And I sort of see it like it's there. I know it's coming up. And what there is to do is do what you can for today, and then let tomorrow handle tomorrow. Again, we just keep going back to managing your energy, managing your time, managing your focus. So it really seems to be a big theme for this week. And then in relationship with other people, there may be some things that your buttons get tweaked, right? Where somebody gets upset with you, or especially with your partner. You may find that things aren't flowing so well with you and your partner. This could be a partner in business. This could be a partner in personal relationship. It could be any sort of partnership or alliance you may find that you could be at odds with. And it doesn't have to be a big thing, but it's an important thing. That's what it feels more like, an important thing. If you take your time and really try to listen to the other person and try to understand where they're coming from, coming on their side of the table and looking at what they're seeing, their opinions about it, you're going to find that the situation will calm down. You'll find, because this is the only thing we have control over, right, is ourselves. We don't have control over how the other person's going to respond to us or to get them to listen to us. And a lot of times what it takes is us taking the step towards them first. So a lot of this is just about slowing down and looking from their perspective. What is there to, what are they wanting? Why do they want it? And a great little tidbit that you can use is the yes and, right? So when you're talking to somebody, instead of saying but or what about this, you can use that little phrase yes and what it does is it just helps people to be able to be heard. It helps them to be able to connect. It allows them to be able to feel like, oh, you know what I'm talking about. And so they feel heard. So then it kind of takes everything down a notch. So just try that this week. Try it with your friends, try it with your kids, try it with your teenagers, with your bosses, and just notice that it kind of takes the air out of things. As long as you're not using it as a manipulation tool and you actually are trying to listen to what they're saying and then want to add to it. So if you're listening and add to it, then it's authentic and then it will work. All right, you guys, have an amazing week. It feels like it's you know, there's great opportunity here. I want to check on one other thing. Hang on just a second. Yeah, as we go to the end of the week, there just feels like there's, some of you may be traveling, just leaving more time for travel. As always with the retrogrades, right, we always want to leave more time for travel. There's more things that can kind of have a hiccup. Especially as we get to always at the beginning and the end of the retrogrades, there seems to be a little bit more chaos. So there may be a little bit more chaos next weekend if you're traveling. So just go slow. If you're renting a car, just double check it. Make sure that there's not any problems with it, you know, with the tires or with, you know, just kind of take a once over look at it. I'm just seeing that you just want to double check if you're renting a car. And so as you do that, you'll be able to catch things, right? So it's, again, slowing down, double checking, and then you're going to be great. All right, you guys, for those of you that are traveling, be safe, have fun. I look forward to connecting with you again next week. If you like my weekly wake up, please share it with your friends, click like and comment below, and I look forward to connecting with you again next week.